Hey, good afternoon everybody. How you doing? It's Steve. Welcome to the Little Wood Shop. And what do we have this Friday for you? November 10th. Let's think about this one for a minute. Well, we normally don't do shout outs or announcements other than Wednesdays and Sundays, but today is a very special day, okay? November 10th. What is November 10th? Well, November 10th, 1775, 2 battalions of Continental Marines were formed for what we better know today as the United States Marine Corps. I want to take a quick minute. I wanted to wish all of our United States Marines out there a happy 242nd year anniversary today. Happy birthday, Marines. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for your service and your sacrifice to this great nation. Okay? We told you up here many times, my wife and I, we both come from very devout military families. We have current active members, we have plenty of retired individuals, and I'm very honored to be a part of that. I myself, nor my wife, have ever served. I would never lay a line of baloney out like that and disrespect the uniform. No, I couldn't live with myself. But I did want to take a moment, because tomorrow is Veterans Day. I have plans and obligations outside of the shop, so I'm not going to be around, but I wanted to take a moment and I wanted to wish all of our brave men and women of our United States Armed Forces a happy Veterans Day tomorrow. Okay? Coincidentally, my wife and I, we added up, we went back as far as the Second World War, and we added up all the military service in years, and if we combine both sides of our families, we have over 250 years of military service. From the Second World War and the atrocity from that whole era, through Korea, Vietnam, up through a lot of the Middle Eastern conflicts. 250 years. I'm proud to be a part of that, although I never directly again served. I can't thank the members of my subscribers and my followers who coincidentally are also veterans. I wanted to take a moment and wish you all a happy Veterans Day, to you and yours, okay? I can't go without, though, a few shout-outs, okay? So please bear with me. These are individuals that I'm sorry, I'm not going to get a chance to call or maybe even email tomorrow. So I'm going to give a shout-out today. I want to pay my respects to them because of their service and their sacrifice, again, to our great nation. All right. First and foremost, I told you the other day in a shout-out, I have a gentleman that gives me some military calendars every year. He's a personal friend, and he's someone I have a lot of respect and admiration for. And that would be Sergeant Major Encarnaso, retired U.S. Army, 30 plus years. Sergeant Joe, thank you so much for your service, sir. I'd also like to personally thank both your sons for their lifetime careers in the United States Navy. Please thank them for me, for their selflessness and their sacrifice, as well as your daughter for her service in the United States Army, just like you. Okay? I also want to take a moment to give a shout out. United States Army, retired, 25 plus years, Colonel Levesque. Also a U.S. Army Battalion Commander. Thank you, Colonel Levesque, for your service and your sacrifice to our great country. Enlisted, active, United States Air Force, Master Sergeant Rush. Mr. Rush, it is an honor knowing you, son. Thank you very much for your service. To your father, United States Air Force, retired, 30 plus years, Chief Master Sergeant Rush. Thank you for your service as well, sir. All right. On a personal note, a little bit closer, United States Marine. I believe he was a corporal, Corporal Simfo. If I have your rank, Mr. Simfo, wrong, I do apologize. Mr. Simfo, I have known for a number of years. He's a United States Marine. He's a prior Vietnam veteran. Thank you, Mr. Simfo, for your service, sir. It's an honor knowing you. As well as your son, Anthony. Prior deployed, I believe he was in the Guard. Either the Guard or the Army Reserve. Thank you, Anthony, for your service. It is as well an honor knowing you. Ooh, this is one heck of a gentleman right here. United States Marine Corps, Sergeant Tessier. I'm pretty sure, Mr. Tessier, that I don't have your rank spot on. I do apologize. Mr. Tessier was injured while enlisted. I had the privilege of meeting this gentleman a few years back up here in the North Country. He was up here. He's an avid sportsman and outdoorsman. I got to meet him. I've got to know him over the years, and we correspond here and there. But he also, even though he was injured as an enlisted Marine, he has carried on to help his fellow vets in a program, I believe it's called Aiming for Zero, and it's a veteran suicide prevention program to help his fellow vets. He is continuing to give something back to his fellow vets out there. He is an inspiration. Sergeant Tessier, it is an honor to know you, sir. Warriors at 45 North is a program that we took and we donated a piece to hang up on their bunkhouse. Those of you who saw it, it was the piece that I did, built for vets, by vets. It is run by Chief Petty Officer John Worrell. Chief, it was an honor meeting you this past summer, sir. I brought up Colonel Levesque with me. I'm glad that the two of you remembered one another. You were able to reminisce a little bit and catch up, and it was an honor again to meet you. Thank you for all that you do for the Warriors at 45 North in Pittsburgh, New Hampshire. You are an inspiration, sir. Keep up the good work. Thank you for your service. To all my great uncles, most of them are gone off to greener pastures, but they're all heroes in my eyes. They fought during the Second World War. If they weren't in the sky flying planes, they had boots on the ground. Rest in peace, gentlemen. Thank you for your service. United States Marine, Nichols. Here is a young man that I hold very, very close. He's like a nephew to me. I know his family. He is one hell of a young man. He comes from one heck of a great family, and I have no doubt he is one hell of a Marine. Thank you, John, for your service and your sacrifice to our great country. I also have the privilege of knowing U.S. Navy enlisted Corpsman Lee. Mr. Lee, I want to say thank you, son, for what you do in the U.S. Navy. I want to say thank you for your medical studies, and I know we can count on you if we need you to patch up any of our soldiers, okay? Thank you for your service, son. United States Marine, USMC, I believe. I'm not sure what Mr. Donnelly's rank was. He is himself a prior deployed Marine. I want to say thank you, Jim, for your sacrifice as well to our great country. To a Mr. Fred Grover. Fred's a personal friend that I've made online. He's a U.S. Navy vet. I'm not sure of Fred's rank or his time served, but I know he is a U.S. vet for the United States Navy. Fred, thank you so much. It is a pleasure knowing you, sir, and I appreciate your service to our country. To hit at a hometown level, I can start by saying up here in Northumberland, New Hampshire, I am blessed to live where I live. I am surrounded by some absolutely incredible men and women up here. I am tucked into just one of the most peaceful and tranquil areas in the United States, as far as I'm concerned, in my own opinion. And I want to thank all the veterans of my hometown at a personal level, to all our vets in Northumberland and all of Coos County. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your service and your sacrifice. I want to thank Sergeant Hodge of the United States Marines. Sergeant Hodge was also, I believe, injured while enlisted in the Marines. He is an incredible man. He is an incredible friend. And I'm very grateful to know you, Steve. I also want to take a moment to say, although I've never met your son, thank you. He is also a United States Marine. Someday maybe I'll have the privilege of meeting this young man. But thank you, Steve, for your service, as well as your son, to our great nation. Last and least, two hometown heroes. These were two young men that I did a couple plaques for. One was the First Lieutenant Brand. He was in an artillery regiment stationed abroad over in the Middle East. And the other was Specialist Bedell. He was a combat medic, United States Army. Both of these young men, they returned home safely. I was very, very pleased and honored to meet them both. And we made them a couple plaques just to show our appreciation and our respect for their selflessness and their sacrifice. I can't thank all of you enough who follow me and who support this little shop. I understand the privilege that I have to live in this country. I understand the privilege to walk less than 100 feet out my door, to walk up a slight little hill to this humble little shop every day. I know what it is to have family deployed. I know what it is to worry about that. So I therefore hope that all of you who have loved ones deployed right now, they return home safely to you and yours. I can't thank you all enough for the support that you have shown this shop. And the way that I show it back is by showing my respect to individuals such as this that I respect so very much. To our veterans, God bless you. Thank you for your service, your selflessness, and your sacrifice. God bless America, and God bless you all.